right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, we are back, right? Now, I thought we have too much to talk about and interesting topics to talk about, Kasi and I. So we decided to do a part 2. So you guys are blessed enough to have even more of Kasi Mogul with us. We're going to continue our conversation. Now, Kasi, we were very passionate about the Aphrike topic and how you guys have really contributed to the game and the industry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What else do you think in this industry, or who else do you think in the industry is really working and doing sort of the same thing that you guys were doing?
Okay. So right now, you see, I just heard actually recently, I think a month ago, that Pro Studios closed down.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's public news yet.
Wow.
But yeah, they closed down. So they have now, there was a few agencies and few companies that were stationed there that was doing some good work.
Yeah.
So I think they took over the space. So now they're working on it. I think one of them is Nuka Nuka.
Okay.
Nuka is a social media agency. They're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kudos to them. And then, of course, my brothers, Spectrum.
Spectrum Media.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. We're currently filming in Spectrum Media Studios.
Pretty much. So as you can see, they have a very beautiful space.
Yeah.
Very big space, suitable for any type of commercial or fashion or lifestyle production. You could do pretty much anything in a space like this.
Yeah.
And this space, I think, is probably even like almost twice as bigger than
Aphrike.
what we had at Aphrike. So kudos to them for running a space like, opening up a space like this and deciding to stick to the vision. Because remember, they had another space which was much smaller than this. So they just decided to up that. So you can tell the dedication and the commitment that they have to also leveling up themselves and the industry with them. So, and you can see by the work that they've been putting out, that Roberto Passion Project was crazy.
That was so crazy.
It was crazy. And I had a part to play in that as well,
Okay.
which is also some of the stuff that I've been doing, like I mentioned in the previous episode, where we rebranded as a full-service media and marketing agency, as Kasi Media Group. So we now have 2 branches. We have now Kasi Media Studios, which does the photo and video work. Then we have KMG Digital, which now does creative consulting, branding, marketing, and that sort of thing. So we also worked with Silas them now to help the guys like just set coordination, their floor maintenance, and the painting and just some of that stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot that goes into a space like this. And when I saw they had a space like this, I reached out. I was like, whenever I have time, I can always come through and we can work on something. Yeah. And we've been working together for quite a while. Even when we had Aphrike, they always used to come to Aphrike. So we just continuing to foster that relationship, because that's what we should be doing. I don't know, there's a lot of negativity online, social media, where no, so and so is not working with who, so and so doesn't want to do what with who, and I feel like that's just a waste of time, because now we're supposed to be building up as a country and not breaking each other down. So I feel like we must foster more of that collaboration and working 100%, together on projects and on stuff. So I
also really very much highly believe in the power of collaboration, because if everybody's trying to do their own thing, we are moving at a much slower pace. But if we work together and say, you know what, I think this person's content is probably different from mine, or this person's work type is very, very different from mine, but if we put it together and collaborate, this is going to be something very big. And I really believe in the power of collaboration, and I love it when creatives come together and say, you know what, Kasi does this, Lena does that, let's come together, because a lot of the times also we are doing a lot of brand work, a lot of campaigns, a lot of, and they have a vision, and then our passion projects are now pushed to the back. You get, and a lot of these creatives are just trying to do a lot of passion projects. To put more of their creativity out there, just to show a diverse spectrum of their creativity. So if we really say we are coming together and we're working on one big passion project, that also attracts more brands and more money to all of us individually, you know, and also just switching it up a bit, throwing in different kinds of people to work on, on different projects and stuff, and also just harnessing those relationships. I think it's very important.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your 1 year sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
Yes, I think that's what we have to call it at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What was it really? What do you think in that 1 year? It's actually over a year, you mentioned.
Yeah.
What do you think you really learned over that year and a half? And also, like, what does Kasi look like right now, and what do you think Kasi will look like in the future?
A great question. So the whole 1 year sabbatical thing was, like I said, personal reasons.
Yeah.
So I decided to reconnect with who I am, my identity, and basically restart from there. So the whole idea was, I felt like there was a disconnect between who I am and who I'm destined to be, if I could put it that way.
Yes, that's actually a great way of putting it.
And then my family, because I was spending a lot of time on work, you know, and even when I have Zach, I can send the Zali money or whatever. She doesn't want the money.
Yeah, she wants that connection.
And every time it's like, if you go like a week, you're just texting, you didn't call. The next time you call her, she'll be like, Kuru Zamampe. Zali has this whole very sarcastic approach to. Actually, both my parents are just sarcastic people. So every time you call, there's that humor. To tell you, Kucha, yo, it's been a while.
Yeah, we miss you.
You haven't been home. You know, what's up? So it became a lot. So I was like, maybe there's something here. And so I stopped. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's see. Am I gonna go hungry? Let's see. And nothing of that sort happened, of course. Me being me, I always find a way. So I eventually did reconnect with my identity. I went home, stayed home for a while, I think for a week or so. Made time to sit with my mom, talk. Then went home also, like, I think I went like to the north quite a few times last year. And then I also had some time to speak with my dad, you know, just man to man, ask him a few hard questions. And also just see how he sees life. Because both my parents are like in their 60s. My dad turns 70 next year, he turns 69 this year, so he's groot man. My mom's 63, so they are all very old. So I was like, with the little time I have with these people, I'm gonna pour all of me into them. Anytime they need me, I'm available. And me restructuring the business helped me to sort of be in a good financial position also to take care of them. So we're good now. So they're happy. My sisters, my cousins, I sort of became a beacon of hope to say, oh, if this nigga can do it, because my life was messed up.
So if he can change his life.
So messed up. So if they were like, if this nigga can do it, then there's hope.
For all of us.
For all of us. So that's just how I've been navigating that whole sabbatical, like you're calling it. Just reconnecting, getting closer to the family, and getting closer with myself. Because I've been neglecting myself also a lot. So I was like, hey,
let's not do that.
We're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
So tell me, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about you?
Me? I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. I'm one person that, I'm very passionate about the things I do, the spaces I find myself, and the people I connect with. You will get to see that I have very few people, even in the industry, that I call my friends.
Of course.
They are just those that I know. Those are people we know. But then there are those few people who can say, no, Lena's my friend. Because I know Lena for over a decade.
It's a very long time.
You know? So I'm like, every time this person has always been hospitable to me, this person has always been kind to me, we've done certain work together, it's always been a breeze. I can relate to this person, we can work together very well, you know. Pombili is one of those people, Pombili Shilongo. Yeah, we also have that very good relationship. I was even talking to her yesterday about some things going on in the industry. She's like, okay, now I understand why you're moving the way you're moving, Connors. And I'm like, yeah, because if we are focused on the wrong things, guys, we are wasting time.
Also.
We are wasting time. Because we're trying to get the country to a point where it's less employment, less unemployment rates, it's more gigs for us in the gig economy as creatives, you know, it's more structured financing.
Yeah.
Because most of us we want to operate spaces like this, but we can't because so-and-so is now in a boardroom talking about, no, Connors doesn't have the capacity to do so-and-so. Connors doesn't have because...
Talking down on each other.
Connors doesn't have so-and-so because he's from the Kasi. Connors doesn't have so-and-so because he doesn't have a degree or whatever. Like, but my value is not in the paper. My value is elsewhere. You know, my value is in the thinking, in the strategic approach of things, you know, in the presentation of visual ideas. You see, that's where my value is. So if you're focused, most of us are not focused on the value part. We're just focused on, we want to make money. We want to do so and so. So we are starting to take shortcuts. And we're starting to treat other people as competitors instead of collaborators. You know? And I mentioned the Pombili thing because she posted something.
Yeah, I saw the post.
About the wedding industry where the vendors are breaking each other down. And I don't want to get too much into it, but
let's get into it.
Where are we going as people? Where are we going as industry friends, as creatives who are supposed to be championing work in this industry?
Yeah, because why are you telling a client that they shouldn't work with
so and so? Yes. Yeah. Clients should decide who they want to work with. Like, because I understand the whole I have my vendors thing. Like, as an event planner or an event coordinator, you have your go-to photographer, you have your go-to videographer.
But you also have a backup.
You have your go-to makeup artist. You have your people. Yes, cool. But if client says, I want Lena as my MC, but you usually work with someone else. Client has the choice to decide.
Yes.
You don't go and backstab now and backtalk and whatever and behind
even if we
scenes.
Don't have a good relationship, I think everybody should be able to maintain.
As professionals. I think like many 100%. People are very emotional in the industry. They put emotion first. You see, that's why many people are reacting. Like someone will see, oh, who just what you call it? Let me just say, for instance, who just opened the new salon? You just had like a mini nail parlor and whatnot, but because you were in cahoots with who, and you also have the money, you want to now make a show. You understand? So suddenly you are also opening a salon.
But it's not financially responsible. Yeah.
You see, instead, hey, can I not just rent a chair there by you?
You get.
You have space, right? I like the place, it looks good. My clients are gonna show up. I do my work, I do my part, I get my money. I go. As a professional, I'm not there for the gossip. I'm not there for the what. I'm there for the work. And that's it.
And respect each other. That's all we're asking of each other. Let's just respect each other. Not block each other's ways. There's absolutely no reason for us to be doing that.
So I think we need to get back to that, man. We need to really have professionalism first.
But what do you think it takes to get back to that?
Honest conversations like this. We should stop lying to each other. Like many people on social media, they go and talk what, and then in the real life they are doing something else. You understand? We are misleading each other.
Yeah, we are.
You see, and then the younger generation is just going to be here listening to what you are saying online. And then they won't take action.
100%. And these people take these things literally, and they actually take advice from there's somebody watching right now and thinking to themselves, I want to be just like Mogul. And for some reason,
you understand?
These people really are such big fanatics, and they want to embody your life.
Yeah.
So everything you do, they want to copy,
exactly.
or they want to at least replicate, or just move in that same way. So if you are out here constantly spreading negativity and constantly moving in a shady way, it's like you are turning other people into you as well. Yeah.
Spot on.
It's actually very unfortunate that we actually.
It's sad.
It's sad.
It's really sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah, like it's sad. We've come to this. Like, I'm one of those people, and that's why I'm saying like. I like to champion collaboration because I'm one of those people since the very beginning. Even all of my businesses that I've had, I've always had a business partner.
Okay.
Always. Even when you don't know. There's always someone there behind the scenes that's doing something that you know nothing about. Because I'm always in that mindset of we go far when we go together.
100%.
You know? It's like we say, we bring it back to the whole running a marathon thing. As a person, running by yourself is much harder than running with people alongside you. So even when you are in a race, the fact that someone is breathing behind you keeps you going. But if there's no one there, you can stop to look. You get?
Yeah.
So it's always better to have people pushing you. It's always better to you push people with you, bring people with you, work with people.
Hold each other accountable.
Yeah. And if you make a mistake, I'll be like, hey, my bro, who said? Hey, there's a wrong there. Let's fix that. Let's cut that. Yeah. But with respect, you know, and with professionalism. Because in a working environment, and we must treat this such. Unfortunately, many people are treating creativity and their businesses as side hustles or as hobbies.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's the one thing that sets us apart from most of people, because mine is a real thing. It's a career in the creative industry. You know, so I take it as that.
Yeah.
When I'm not making money, I'm worried.
As it should be.
Yeah, I'm worried like, yo, what's up? What's going on? You know? When someone is not doing their job in the business, I'm worried. You know, when I am not showing up also myself, you know, I'm worried. And that's why I run a lot, because every time, whenever I face a problem, I'm like, nothing a run can fix.
Okay, I love that.
For real.
That's
and
a
really,
good mentality.
Yeah, and really, whenever you do that, it's like many people have different ways. Some go to the gym, some go for a hike, whatever. But what it does is you just switch off.
Okay.
Just shut the world off. Many of us are not capable to do that. But that's what brings you back to reality. Shut the world off. Go take your time. Think about nothing that has to do with the actual problem.
Yes.
And you actually find solutions to the problem after that. See, and that's the mindset we should have. Like, yeah, you're going to face difficulties. You're not going to make, 10 clients happy in a row.
Also.
You know, you're not going to make 10 clients happy in a row. Yes, you can be consistent. But even though you did your best, client X and client Y are just the way they are. They're always going to give you a negative comment. But as a professional, you have to read between the lines.
100%.
You must know if the work was really subpar or it was great work, you know. Then you say, okay, if the work was really great, I need to understand where this client is coming from. Why are they talking a certain way? Or why are they saying this about this thing? You know, then you resolve it from there. If there's something that you can do about it, do something about it.
If you can't?
If you can't, then you let them know, okay, sorry, you feel this way, but cool, we'll do better next time.
Or we'll try to at least, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but it's always about communication. You see, for the most part, most of us just retaliate. Client just gave you it's just feedback.
Yeah.
Boom, suddenly you're on social media.
No. I don't like that culture of putting everything on social media.
So
I hate that culture so much.
You see, and that's why I'm saying it's sad, because as an industry, we're not supposed to be doing things like that. Like many of us have forgotten the basics of branding, because many of us think branding is just the logo, you know, the name, how your logo looks, how your banners look, how your designs look on social media, how your office looks or whatever. But we forget the other side of branding, which is how people feel. and how people experience your brand
Yeah.
or your service or your company, whatever. And those are the important aspects of branding.
Yeah.
You see, and during my time now, why I decided to rebrand was to come back to that, rebrand myself, and see, okay, where have I gone wrong?
Yeah.
Where have I made mistakes? We regroup from there, come back strategically, and so now with that approach, I came back also to understand why so many things are happening the way they're happening in the industry.
Yeah.
So like many of the issues happening is just because we don't understand the branding aspect, the marketing aspect. Like it's beyond just how you show up.
Yeah.
It's also who you are. Yeah. See, so we must get back to that. Just go basics. Most people don't even know that they are personal brands running businesses.
Yes.
That the two are separate. Me as Kasi Mogul, I am not Kasi Media Group.
Yes.
Those two
I
are
think
separate.
you should give us a master class.
You know? Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Probably.
Give us a master class, Kasi.
Probably. Yeah, but many people also now you give them, they say it's $4,500 to come, then they're like,
just
why
give
is
us
it
enough time.
Why is it charging us so much money?
No, give us enough time to save, Kasi. Give us enough time. Give us like a 3 months, Nyana, so that we can save up and come to the master class.
Speaking of that, actually, yeah, I don't know, it's probably too soon, but I can just say it.
Say it.
So we have a platform that we've been working on.
Okay.
Something we started back in 2022. Did a first edition, but we never really picked up from there because funding, like anything in the creative industry, starts out as a passion project, then it becomes bigger than you.
Yeah.
And now you need money, but you have business to do as well on the side. So the platform is called The Creative Peak.
Okay.
And it's like a creative journal, sort of like an online magazine, where it spotlights creative people in the creative industry just all around Africa. So it's in collaboration with a Blind agency. I'm not sure if you guys know Blind, but Blind is also behind some of the covers that you guys love, Simply You magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, so they do the designs, or they've done a few of those designs.
Yes.
In the past and other designs. So they're a branding agency. And it's also where my branding background comes from, because they've been my branding partners for a while, for like 4 years, 5 years now almost. Yeah. So through the Creative Peak, we can, of course, now bring you guys stuff like master classes and workshops, probably in collaboration with Spectrum, but we have discussed that with them as well. So yeah, just
I think it's important, man.
Bringing those heads together, and because there are a lot of conversations that we are still not having as an industry, and we need to have those conversations because we are lacking. I've seen many, just giving a reference to some influencers that have come from SA. We invite these people here. The minute they show up, they undermine us so much. Because they're like, what do you mean you have 200,000 followers and you can't afford a car?
Yeah. Because we're being underpaid. Because we are not standing together as a unit and saying this is how much that we will only do the work for.
You understand?
Yeah.
You understand? But we must set the standard. And also the people that are doing it are not sharing this information because now they feel like competition. Again, like I'm saying, if you've done something for so long, and here's why I decided to just go quiet. I wanted to prove to myself, can I make money without making noise?
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, can I make money without making noise? And I proved it to myself, and I could. Like, I've been quiet for a whole year. And still, my loyal clients were still reaching out to me. I was not marketing in any way. Anytime you see a post, is if someone tagged me.
Yeah.
And I reposted, you know. But for the most part, I was like, no. Let's see how this goes. And also one thing, while I was doing that, I realized like there are so many other creatives in the country who aren't known, that are making a living, that own houses, that are living, putting their kids through school.
Yeah.
And are only doing like maybe 5-6 projects a year.
Yes.
In our country. You would be surprised. But they are there, you understand? And that's the blueprint. So we must now find those people and ask them, share some of this knowledge. You don't have to give us
like
the
full
figures.
thing, yeah.
You don't have to give us the figures or the numbers like directly. No, if you want this, you need to make this much or whatever. But just a blueprint, an idea to say, these are some of the things that I've done. So we see it from your perspective.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that I've done. And this is how I've navigated the problems. These are how I've navigated the advantages, the disadvantages, the weaknesses, the strengths, in that regard.
Yeah.
Then we learn directly from them.
100%.
You see, so we need to have now platforms, which is why we're taking this thing forward, say, let's get these people on this platform and let them educate, especially the youth. Because I see there's a lot of passionate kids out here that are coming up that want to do this content thing, but we don't want them to now have 5 years in and
nothing to show for it.
You understand?
Yeah.
Doing the same thing, working for scraps and whatnot.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't be, as an industry, we should be doing so much more. I feel like we should be talking amongst each other.
Also, yeah.
Also
open
to say,
conversations.
Amongst each other, say, okay, cool. Oh, how did you do this thing? I've had a few guys reach out to me, and respect to them also, because sometimes it's hard
to reach out to
someone, because many people feel intimidated. I've noticed many people are actually very intimidated about myself.
Okay.
Because now there are those that don't know who I am. There are those that have seen me with a few people in the industry. And there's this common misconception that if you are seen with a certain caliber of celebrity, if I could put it that way, that you are part of the clique. And now you are a level higher, they are afraid to
Can't
engage.
talk to us.
But it's just an insecurity, right? Like most people have, you get. So as an industry, we also have to do away with so-and-so is too big. So-and-so is...
Classing them.
You understand? So-and-so has 300,000 followers. I can't talk to them, or they won't take me serious because I only have 1,000 followers. Like, forget the numbers. Like 100%. When we started on social media, we were never thinking about numbers. Just thinking about putting work out there, And we need to get back to that. Have those honest conversations. Create platforms like that are encouraging.
Yes.
And not just the conversations, but also the action.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Cassie, like I mentioned before, we really have so much to talk about, but we have very little time. But thank you so much for joining us on our beautiful session of here at A Work in Progress. Very, very delighted.
It was nice.
You had so much to teach us, and I hope you can come back soon and we can do a recap of where you are now.
Yeah, actually, what you must do is just keep it locked on the creative peak.
Okay.
And just a few things that are coming up over the next couple of months.
100%.
So the socials is where it will be at, but traditional media as well. Because now I think also very important mention, many people are forgetting that many of the brands build their brands through traditional media and not just social media. Social media is just one part of it, you see.
Okay.
And that's where we need to be. We need to be operating everywhere.
100%. When you come back, we're going to talk more about that.
Definitely,
so definitely. Once again, thank you
nice,
so much.
Yeah?
All right.
Awesome.
Clock it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you guys as well so much for tuning in every single week here on a work in progress. That is, you see, we've spoken so much, I'm running over my words. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time on this very same platform. For myself, Lena Shipwata, and our guest, Cassie Mogul, it's bye.